Hello, welcome to my channel SolarSafaRyS, and I'm going to be discussing, as my previous videos had said, the industry of solar. I'm going to talk about the equipment, the users, the scope and performance of the equipment, the rate and number of uptakes, the new clientele that solar energy has acquired over the years, how it has improved the livelihoods, and how much more people or the society can take advantage of solar, the job creation aspect of it, and the creative industry as it has been, and now that it's here. To start with, we are talking about the equipment. That is the panels, the inverters, the batteries, the cabling, and all that is involved in the process of installation of solar system. We have to start with one, the solar panels. How far has it come? How efficient are the ones we have now and the ones that were there before? We're talking about from the 90s, or from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and up to the 2020, the current generation that we are in. How has the industry involved in terms of the manufacture of the equipment, the inverters? What we have now compared to what we had in the 80s, the 90s, 20s, 20th century. The panels, the ones we had in the 90s, 80s, and the 20th century. The batteries, how good are they? Have they improved? Are they better? The panels, how good are they? Are they better than the ones that we had earlier in the earlier years? I would tell you confidently that the industry has evolved largely in terms of equipment, and what we have now are like 200% improvement. To start with the panels we had in the 90s, and remember in the 90s, solar was basically and specifically meant for areas that are not served or connected to the grid. Those are the clans only. People believed that if you were in the area that is served by the national power grid, you didn't need solar systems. And so then there were a frozen or some kind of a clientele that was not growing. So unless somebody was building in areas that were not served by the grid, they never installed solar. They never even thought about it. And so there was such a slow uptake. The equipment themselves were bulky, were not able to absorb so much sun. The efficiency, we're talking about the efficiency. They are not very efficient. The type of solar panels that we had then were called the amorphous. They were big, and the absorption rate was about 8 to 10% of the sunshine. So even if the sun was there the whole day, 8 hours, they could only take their photovoltaic effect was very low. They could not generate as much power as the one we have right now. Then we went to the polycrystalline. The polycrystalline moved from 10 to about 16 or 13% absorption. They could absorb slightly more sunshine than the ones we had in the Amorphous. They were big. I'll show you the pictures and videos to show you the difference in terms of the technical differences between the different sizes of panels. We moved from there to the monocrystalline. You see the transition: amorphous, polycrystalline, monocrystalline. Right now we have the bifacial, a panel system that both sides, the top and the bottom. Then we have the half cut, the bifacial, ones that the transmission of electrons is more efficient than the ones we had then. I'll show you the diagrams and the pictures of all those different types of panels. This is the amorphous. You can see it's big, because so if you needed to generate even 1,000 watts or 1,000 watts of current energy, you needed so many of them. Right now, you need just, the sizes have been reduced quite significantly. And in terms of space, we are slowly going to have not to fight for space. Space will never become a limitation as we are headed to. There are even those ones that you can fold, portable ones that you can fold and move around with. You stretch them where you are. I'll show you those diagrams and videos. So significantly, you can say in terms of panels, we've seen quite a significant improvement, and the industry has grown and become more efficient, such that the amount of power you can generate using solar is equivalent to what main grid electricity or the national power grid can supply. I remember I told you the uptake then was majorly for people who were off grid. But right now, everybody, in fact, those who are on grid embrace solar more than even those who are off grid. I don't know the logic. People need power. The society has evolved such that the need for power is so much. Remember, this generation is a generation of people who are working at home, so they don't need any kind of downtime. The generators are noisy and smoky. So solar is still a big industry that a lot of people do not know, but will appreciate with time. We can say now the uptake has grown from mere 3% in the entire country, let's say Kenya, to more than, we are headed to about 35%. The surge is coming and it's growing. I'll tell you for sure that given in the next 5 or 10 years, we are going to have so much reliance on solar systems than the main grid. Keep it locked here. Remember to subscribe, share, like, comment, so that spread the word. In the next video, I'll be showing you the physical diagrams of the different types of solar panels. Thank you.